Hey guys, it's your boy Rahim. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. In this video, I'm going to share with you the familiar financial problems I had before I started my investment journey. In 2013, finished university, and I thought life is going to be amazing, not knowing that really and truly I have these finance problems that was really derailing me from achieving what I've set myself to achieve. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what are those problems I had and see if any of these rings an alarm bell to you, and find out which one it is and see how you could overcome them. But before we get to that, I would like to thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate watching my videos. It's been absolutely amazing. The channel is growing drastically and I love it, and I'm absolutely motivated, literally more than ever, to get this channel growing. And thank you so much for that. But we've done a research. We realized 61% of the people that are watching my videos have not hit that subscribe button. If you are one of those, I kindly ask you to please hit that subscribe button so that we can grow the family to a bigger and bigger family. And that also enables us to attract guests, attract investors, attract people that would want to bring lots of more information so that we can learn and expedite our investment journey. And whilst you're there, I would ask you to kindly hit that like button as well so that the algorithm will push the video to wider and wider audiences. Let's get to it. The first financial problem I had is that I finished uni, excited about what life's got to offer me. I knew finishing, I'm going to be earning a bit of more money. So what I did at that point is to get my life so expensive. Basically, I went and rent an expensive flat, get myself a nice expensive stuff. Everything around me was so nice and new and expensive. So what that trigger was, I was living paycheck to paycheck because I've got my rents to pay, I've got all these gadgets to pay for, I've got these subscriptions to pay for, and I've paid for so many stuff that are expensive on a debt basis. So I have so many outgoings, more than what I was actually earning. So basically I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was struggling to break through this cycle because this cycle is really get me struggling, and I become anxious, and I become worried that if I don't get paid, things silly would happen to me, and I didn't have any savings. So that was one of the problems I had. I was living paycheck to paycheck. So think about it. Are you one of those who really only rely on your salary, and if you have not got paid, you literally got nothing to pay for your expenses? That's one of the finance problems I had. The second one I have is overwhelming on debt, because I was thinking when I finish uni, I'm going to be making lots of money. So before I finish uni, what I did, I went to the bank and borrowed money, right? Because you're told when you finish uni, you're on 30 to 40,000 pounds. So I was under that impression. So I went to the bank. The bank obviously lent me the money, okay? And I forecast how much I'm going to be making, what my expenses are. The bank lent me money. So when I got that money, I went on holiday. I bought stuff to wear, and then obviously I was using that money to acquire all the stuff I've just acquired. Okay, so basically now I started working, and I realized I wasn't getting half of what I was told I was gonna get when I was at university. So that then become overwhelming to me. It become really causing me anxiety, sleepless night, and it becomes a rope on my neck. So it was difficult, and it's something that I could not share with people because I was embarrassed to actually tell people that my finances wasn't in place. Especially being an accountant, people go to you for advices, not you actually telling them what your finance problems are. So that was really one of the problems I had before I start my investment journey. Do you have one of those? Have you taken debt that is causing you lots of problems, overwhelmed psychologically, mentally, more, and it is kind of impacting your relationship? If you are, perhaps you might want to think about how you could find a way to reduce the debt. Look for the high interest debt. Start paying those interests on those loans first before you tackle the smaller interest payment debt. I'm not saying don't pay them, but obviously you want to pay any additional income on the most expensive debts that you are paying for. Number 3, adequate savings. So I don't have savings. Literally, I do not have savings. I didn't even have a savings account. Right? So literally whatever I had was in my current account. I've got my card, I'm spending that money. So I have got nothing to go back on, right? Facing challenges, not having enough money to go by, literally looking for emergency stuff. I do not have any emergency funds that I can go with because one, I've exploited the loan I would have got from the bank. I've taken that loan, I've spent all that money, and now I haven't got any savings. I haven't got those any adequate savings to help me keep me going. So that was one of the problems I have also when I was, before I start my investment journey. So I've got a question for you. If you've got that problem and you haven't got savings, what I would advise you to do is to look at your take-home salary and start living on 70% of it, and the remaining 30%, perhaps if you got a debt, you put 10% of that towards debt, and then you take the 20%, you start saving for you. Don't wait until the money become lots and lots of money, because obviously that might take it a bit of time. If you've saved about maybe 3, 4, maybe £5,000, look for other strategies like rent to service accommodation, or perhaps you want to educate yourself first, because educating yourself is what enables you to know how to save, to manage your debts, and not to live paycheck to paycheck. Number 4, poor investment choices. Well, I did not do any investment at that point, but I'll tell you what are the poor choices I made when it comes to looking at it that way. And believe me or not, I am an accountant as well. I was doing all this crazy stuff. It wasn't making any sense now looking at it, okay? So literally poor investment choices. So what I was looking at, basically buying things like cars that depreciate in value as soon as I work out of it, buying expensive shirts, trainers, and literally jeans that wasn't bringing any value to me, not looking at ways to invest in an asset that can make me passive recurring income, because I was relying solely in my job. I'm thinking, once I've got a job, I'm an accountant, I'll be being a management accountant, I'm earning enough money, why should I worry about investing in something else? So that was a knowledge that I have not thought at university. I was just told, be an accountant, be a very good accountant, you get people literally employing you, and you make serious return on that investment. So basically, I did not have any investment choices. Literally, I was experiencing poor investment decision by buying things that wasn't adding value to me, lending to lots of people instead of looking for opportunities to invest in, and literally I wasn't looking for something that makes me passive recurring income. So how do you overcome that? You overcome that by educating yourself, by knowing that you're not too big, too old, or too young to educate yourself to start your property investment journey. Because if you do that, if you've done that, it will give you an option and an opportunity to make wise investment decision. If I know what I know now, I'd have never gone and buy 11 or 12 pairs of trainers. I would have never gone and buy these expensive jeans. I would have never gone and buy expensive cars. I would have never even buy a car, because I lived in London. I did not need a car. Whenever I go out, I get a ticket, right? I park in the wrong place. By literally a month, I have 3 or 4 tickets to pay for. Literally, I just park in anywhere, and I go to these congestion charges. I do not know even if it's a congestion zone. Come back the next month, I've got a ticket landing in my letterbox. So literally, I was just making the worst decisions ever, especially when it comes to investment. So how do you overcome that? As I said, it's by educating yourself and knowing what are the better investment you want to do. Number 5, budgeting and spending issues. Again, touching on that, I was just spending money basically. I literally going and buying stuff that doesn't add value to me. And basically I was struggling trying to maintain my lifestyle to keep up with the Joneses, because I think if I dress nice, I look amazing, people will like me, I'll get the nicest girls and all that sort of thing. It was absolutely crazy. So that is not the thing to do. So these 5 things, if you have any of these 5 things, admit it to yourself, because if you don't admit it, knowing that you've got that problem, you will not be able to resolve that problem. Is that making sense? Be vulnerable to yourself once at a time, right? Sitting yourself, looking at these 5 things, say, okay, which of these 5 things do I have problem with? Do I live paycheck to paycheck? That's one question you want to be asking yourself. Do I have debts that are causing me issues, right? Am I making poor investment decisions? Do I budget and spend money wisely? If any of these problems, if you have any of this, don't shy away to admit it, because the first way of resolving a problem is looking at the cause root. What causes that problem to happen? Once you know what causes that problem to happen, then you can find a way to resolve it. The only way for you to find what causes that problem is knowing the problem exists in the first place. If you can admit the problem exists, then you know the problem is there, and then you find the cause. Is this the people that you surround yourself with? Is it the area that you're living in? Is it whatever that may be? You'll be able to diagnose that in a way that it allows you to make decisive decision to eliminate any of these money worries. So I really hope this video has been helpful. This video has been helpful. Smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials. I look forward to sharing next video. God bless you.